We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Miami Dolphins. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers, but in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Second down, here's Mostert again. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against a speed guy on the perimeter.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Mostert. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott yet again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal, as they've got it as we resume action. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, a loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
No gain on the play there, second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Pushing his way through. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And
he's going to go down again. Lavonte David making his presence felt in the backfield.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So on fourth down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. The back deep, Cooper Kupp. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And out now come the Eagles. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. This is Smith with a grab. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That'll be caught by Kupp. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
A first down throw for Prescott. Looking for, and the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Now the rookie third-round pick, it's De'Von Achane. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 22.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. Dolphins 3. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now Prescott. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
On second down, Swift. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And that was just situational football 101 right there. Excellent decision to throw that one away. You know he would have loved to have converted right there to keep the pressure on and build on this lead. But the best play, avoid the sack, taking care of the football.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
A big play here. 3rd and 2. Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 17-3.
17. Dolphins 3.
What's the deal, y'all? Let's go. You ready to roll? This is the crowd before the storm. That's right, baby. Play it to the whistle. Stay loose. Let's go, baby. Let's play now, baby. Let's play. Show 'em what you got. You want some? You know what's right. Let's go, baby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Tyreek Hill sent to return it. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. Exactly 1 minute remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Jackson completes this to Jefferson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Jackson to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. But just add that to the... It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. On play action, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken. Looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him, because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. Got a man, it's Brown. So the completion good for just 3. And now third down and 6 to go. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he's down to the 12. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
We're scoreless after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Albert O, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took a lot of the first quarter before we split into the second. And finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start out here with action left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now Jackson on second down. They're going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took a deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They go play action now. Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now Jackson on first down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Here's a screen now for Pollard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2nd down, Prescott. A quick throw there is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Prescott. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Man open left side is Brown. And he's brought down. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
To win any route, you got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
1st down, Prescott. This short throw caught by Goddard. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now 2nd and 5. To throw is Prescott. That'll be caught by Cup. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be, 38 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a man who's taken the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll be stopped at the 28. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
It's all right, popcorn. Come on now. It's all right, popcorn. Who got him now? Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Playmaker, step up right now. All right, guys. All right. Y'all got time.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Hill on the return. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's Jackson to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this winds up a gain of 4 at 41. 3rd and 9 here. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flip the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, that's held in by Cobb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the 1st play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Here's Prescott. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
This is 1st and 10. Now a give right side Swift.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here comes 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here's Swift.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Swift. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, Pollard again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Able to find the open man. first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. That gain on third down, good for 28. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 25, here's second down and a yard.
Here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Second down and 4.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back over to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point, ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive, maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Ball on the 27. Here's second and 4. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 40 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now a carry for Swift. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted
They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be. Obviously, they're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? And which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Swift.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
On play action, Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. They juked him.
And he'll get this to the 32.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7.
from the gun. It's Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Lavonte David.
Two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Jackson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
First down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Man open left side is Brown. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Swift, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays. They're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here. Now Jackson. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. That's That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
On second down, it's Pollard. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and that should be that.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the boys and the 49ers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.